Hey, I'm Gary with Ultra Plumbing, and in this video, I'm going to show you 2 quick, easy ways to increase the water pressure in your house. Before we proceed, if you don't feel comfortable doing the steps in this video, feel free to hire a plumber to do it for you, or at least have a plumber on standby in case you make a mistake. The first thing we're going to address is the shower. Look at how pathetic this looks. I'm going to show you how to make it come out like this. Much better. The first thing you're going to do is remove the shower head. Also, it's important to note that this doesn't work with all shower heads, but if it works for yours, then you should see a little colored plastic piece down inside the shower head when you take it off. In mine, it's this little red thing here. They usually pretty much look about the same, but it could be red, it could be blue, it could be green, but there should be a little plastic piece in here like that, if your shower head can have this done. This little piece is a water restrictor, and it's actually possible for debris and buildup to get in there that will cut your pressure down dramatically. So I'm going to show you how to remove it. Sometimes getting it out is as easy as just grabbing some needle nose pliers, sticking them down in there, grabbing it, and pulling it out. But as you can see in my case, I'm not actually able to grab mine with the needle nose pliers. So I'm going to use a different method. For this method, you just need a screwdriver and a hammer. You're going to take the screwdriver and put it in the center of the water restrictor. Then just gently tap it with a hammer to break out the center. Then you're going to use the same screwdriver to pry out the ring that's left in there. And then usually you can shake out the other little piece that's in there, but if not, you might have to use needle nose pliers to carefully pick it out, which is what I ended up having to do. But once you have all the pieces out, you're ready to reinstall your shower head. If your shower head had a washer inside of this hole here, then you're probably good just to thread it back on with that washer. But if not, you're going to have to add Teflon tape to your shower arm. So start by removing any old Teflon tape that's already on there, as you see me doing here. And then we're going to add new Teflon tape to the shower arm. Always rotate the Teflon tape on in a clockwise direction. If you go counterclockwise, then it could get screwed off when you screw your new shower head on. So let's apply our Teflon tape in a clockwise direction. I have an extra thick Teflon tape, so I'm only going to go around about 6 times. But if you're using the white stuff, you might want to go around like 10 times or so. I like to wrap the Teflon tape further up the shower arm, and you'll see why at the end after I get the shower head on. But once your Teflon tape is added, you're going to go ahead and screw your shower head back on. I use a little piece of cloth with my channel locks when I screw the shower head back on, just to help avoid messing up the finish. But you're going to screw it on there nice and tight, and then we're going to remove the excess Teflon tape like this. And now we're ready to turn it on and try it out. You should have much better water pressure now. So that's how you increase your shower pressure. Now I'm going to show you how to increase your water pressure for your sinks. One thing to keep in mind is what I'm going to show you doesn't work for all sink faucets. But if you have a sink faucet that's like this one in the video, then this trick should work. This thing right here is called the aerator, and it's what controls the flow of the water coming out of your faucet. And it's possible for this thing to get clogged with debris, which can cut your pressure down. So I'm going to show you how to replace it. Using a pair of pliers, you're going to grab the aerator and turn it counterclockwise to unscrew it from the faucet. Usually you just need the pliers to get it started, and then you can unscrew it by hand. Once you have it removed, you'll likely see all kinds of debris that's stuck in it like this one. There's supposed to be a washer on the inside of the aerator, so if it doesn't come out with the aerator, use your finger like I'm doing here in the video to pry out the washer. See? There it is. A lot of times they'll get stuck in the faucet and they won't actually come out with the aerator. But this is how it's supposed to look right here. And also, sometimes there can be more than one washer, so always make sure you check the faucet body to make sure you got all the washers out. But once you have the aerator out, you're going to bring it to a hardware store like Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, wherever, and match it up to a new one. You can even ask an employee there to help you if you have to. But once you have the new one, you're going to bring it home and install it in reverse. It's also important to note that the new aerator might not look identical, but what's important is that the washer is the same and the threads are the same. But now that I've found the correct aerator, I'm going to install it in reverse of the way I took it out. When you get the threads started at the beginning, it should thread in very easily. So if it seems like it's giving you resistance, then you might want to back off and try it again. If you force it when it's not easy to thread it, then it could cross thread and mess up the faucet. So it's very important to make sure that it threads in easily at first, and once you can thread it in as much as possible by hand, then you can feel free to put some pliers on it and tighten it. It's also important to note that you don't want to over tighten it. A lot of these faucets are made with plastic components, and it is possible to crack it. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, don't feel ashamed to call a plumber and have them do it for you. But now that I have my new aerator installed, you can see how much better the pressure is. The last thing I want to mention about aerators is it is possible to change them on like a kitchen faucet like this one, where you see it in the center of the sprayer. It's just a little different. You need a special key that you can get at some hardware stores, or you could always contact the manufacturer and inquire with them about how to replace the aerator for your specific faucet. Another example is a bathroom faucet like this one. There is a way to replace the aerator for these, but again, you should contact the faucet manufacturer and they'll usually send you a new aerator along with a kit. So that's our video. We really appreciate you watching. If you found it helpful, please remember to like and leave a comment. And also check out our channel because we share all kinds of helpful plumbing information, and you should subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. But we really appreciate you watching, and thanks again. And this is Gary with Ultra Plumbing out. I'll see you next time.